That is huge. That is huge.
The following is brought to you by Realtree Edge. Hunt with an edge. Realtree Edge.
Temperature dropped a little bit for us where it was 90, 92 degrees, but the humidity levels are down. Wind's absolutely perfect for this stand this afternoon, so I'm pretty excited about that. We'll have some deer come in. We just got to get the bigger deer on their feet. So.
It is an absolutely gorgeous afternoon. We have history on this small food plot, bow food plot, of a buck I call Fire Station. We have all kind of trail camera pictures, and I'm hoping I have an opportunity this afternoon.
Got 2 bucks right here. 2 bucks, it may be him. 2 bucks. That's a 10 with a split brow buck. We've got him on trail cameras a bunch. But looking at him live, it's a nice deer, but he's still young. That deer's gonna be an impressive deer in another year or 2. He's pretty. With these deer coming into this food plot, we stand a good chance seeing the Fire Station buck. Here you go. That's him right there. Coming in the far end of the field. Far end. What happened? Caught me off of him. Unbelievable. My head was in the way. Hopefully he didn't spook too bad. So the deer didn't run out. Here he comes back, here he comes back, here he comes. Coming back. Here he comes. Here he comes. We just got the Fire Station buck. Yes, we just got the Fire Station buck. It was just one of those magical afternoons this afternoon. Just weather got right, humidity, wind direction, everything was in our favor. We saw all these other bucks come in ahead of him. I kept telling Johnny, I said, you know, this deer, he's good chance he's gonna come in, and sure enough he did. I cannot wait to get down there and see that deer. This is just a brute of a deer. Oh, you know, this is, I think anywhere you go, this is a good deer. I think anywhere. And you know, the neat thing about this deer, we always talk about the split G2s right there. And he lost to a point last year from right there. I think he actually gained it back in height. But this is just a brute of a deer, and I couldn't be any happier. And this is not disappointment. We got so many Moultrie trail camera pictures of him for the last couple of years, and had an opportunity at him last year. Came close, couldn't get it done. We've been running the cameras for the last month and a half, regular on this Evolved Harvest Chicory Clover food plot. And what's really neat about this food plot, it's a smaller plot. Great for these deer, got a lot of cover around it, water on either end of it. And he's just living here, been here all summer. But this is a brute of a deer. I can't wait to tell my son. I think Tyler's gonna be happy. We talked about this deer a lot of cameras, pictures of him. And I tell you what, being here on Realtree Farms, a Georgia deer, I'm just absolutely thrilled. tell you what, folks, there's a really good deer right there with a doe. We've been watching him from up top, and we just moved in right here. This deer's got a lot of mass, got a lot of sticker and kicker points off of him. Probably been watching for about a half hour. He's just standing right there. It's just real hard to get to him. We think about trying to do a stalk, get onto him. There's a lot of deer out there in the field, so we're gonna do one of two things. We're either gonna try to do a stalk or try to find out where he goes off the field. And if we find out where he goes off the field to bed, we'll try to slip in there this afternoon and get pretty close to him so when he comes back out, that is a dandy buck.
This is Bill's third trip of the year back out to Montana to try to fill his whitetail tag. And Bill's persistence really pays off. And this time is no exception. There's a huge deer in this alfalfa field tending does. Bill and cameraman Heath Painter make their way along the riverbank.
Where we are right now, we've probably made our way about 800 to 1,000 yards down this river. The alfalfa field's up above us, and this corner down here where that big buck is. What we're gonna try to do is just work our way down, and we're almost to where I wanna pop up. I think we can get real close to him.
Now during this stalk, Heath has had to lug about 60 pounds of camera equipment, camera, tripod, extra batteries, and try to get in position where they can see this deer. And this deer's over 200 yards away. Tending a small group of does, the buck urinates on his hock shortly after he stands up out of his bed.
It's a big deer.
That is a massive body buck. And look at him lip curling, trying to scent those does, which one's coming in the heat. That is an awesome sight. Look at all the trash on his horns. Kickers going everywhere. Bill draws a bead. Good shot, Bill.
Look at this big Montana whitetail. What a big deer. Look at all the sticker and kicker points on this deer. This is a great whitetail. Let's take a look at him. Big body. Let me just get over that first. Big body, probably close to 300 pounds, but I want you to look at this rack. This is absolutely incredible right here. Big deer, got a lot of mass. I'm gonna count him up for us real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Looks like we have around 20 scoreable points on him. But what a great deer. You know, let me tell you real quick what happened this morning, which you saw. We binoculars this deer from some far off hills. Saw him go out right here behind us in the corner. We went and got our stuff to come back, and before we got back, they were back out in this field. We couldn't get to our tree stands. So what we had to do was get probably 1,000 yards off. We dropped off underneath a river ledge, made our way all the way up underneath, and ironically enough, made it all the way to our tree stands, but we had to sit up underneath it. But I'm telling you, probably a 200-yard shot. Made a good shot the first shot, and just proud of this deer. That is a great Montana whitetail. We came in and put these 2 tripods up, these strong-built tripods. And we did a lot of work. We came in here and brushed them up. You can see all the brush around here. But Mike McKenzie and I and Dennis came in here last night, and these are 2 14-footers. We actually took post hole diggers and dropped my stand down about probably 18 inches to 2 feet even, and put the legs into the holes. That way the camera could see a little bit better out in front of us. But you know, we came in here about 10 o'clock last night, got everything ready for this morning, so it's gonna be a real pretty morning. The fog's just kind of lifting, coming and going, but I think we're gonna see some deer. Here I'm hunting the Half Brothers Ranch just outside San Antonio, Texas, and this was our first time there, and boy was I in for a real surprise. Really got a nice 8-pointer out there. We've been hunting real hard. We saw a really nice deer yesterday. The same area. And it's real hard not to shoot that deer right there. It's a really nice 8. As you can tell, a lot of deer start coming out of the brush just after daylight, and it was just a great morning for whitetail movement. Big deer, real big deer. Shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him. Right here, my heart is racing.
Bet.
Ready? I can't see him.
He's down.
That's him, baby.
That is him. That is huge. That is huge. You're not gonna believe this. Oh God. That is huge. That is huge. Folks, I just gotta tell you, I can barely see him right there. We had this big 8 we've been seeing all week. We have not seen this deer. And sat up here and debated whether to shoot that big 8-pointer or not. It's just one of those magical moments in mornings. And we just kept saying, you know what? You know, let's just wait and see. This big 8 no longer walked off. I look up and I see this deer. Folks, I'm telling you, that is a deer of a lifetime. Half Brothers Ranch. I'm sitting in here this morning with Mike McKenzie. He's hanging out with me all week. Whoa, baby. Whoa, baby. Whew. Here he is, right here. Look at the horn sticking up. Look how wide this deer is. Goodness gracious. This is a giant South Texas deer. This is a big, big deer. I can't wait. Goodness gracious. Put that old Thompson center down. Folks, let's take a look at him. Look at the width. I am going to imagine this deer somewhere in here is probably 24, if not 25 inches wide. Got good G4s right there. Good brows inside. 6x5. Started to go a little bump right there on that side, but I can't tell you how happy I am. And you know, we have bow hunted all week long, and this is our last morning. And so we decided to switch over to, you know, the Thompson Center 280. And we came in and we did a lot of work brushing up a blind, you know, yesterday, and we even came in here last night to get one of the stands a little bit lower. But you know, we didn't know if we were gonna see, you know, a big shooter buck or not. But we saw a good one yesterday, you know, bow hunting, almost got a shot at him, and luckily came in here and got this deer. But you know, here we are at the Half Brothers Ranch, you know, here just out of Pearsall, Texas. And I always got to thank people who are really responsible, who really help us each and every week. But Dennis, you know, down here on the ranch, helped guiding us, his son Barrett, Jim Miller. I am tickled. I am just absolutely tickled. But let's take a look at him. He is just a magnificent, magnificent South Texas deer.
Now let's head down to northeast Wyoming in a little warmer climate. It's early September. We're hunting with Jeff Smith of 7J Outfitters, and Jeff is one of those outfitters that really does his homework when it comes to patterning big bucks. Now Bill's putting his finishing touches on his tree stand, cutting and shooting lanes and clearing enough brush out so he can pull his bow back. These deer are fairly predictable this time of year as they make their way to and from their bedding areas early morning and late evening. Anticipation is high as Bill hopefully will get a sighting on this buck they call Stickers. And would you believe it, on the second day of the hunt, they've got Stickers coming right to the stand, heading up into the Ponderosa Pines to bed for the day. He's going to walk right by Bill's location. What a buck. World class. Bill is not near as big as he looks. Keep it calm. Keep it calm.
But
Oh, Bill.
I don't know what to say. I shot over him. I missed him. That's a buck of a lifetime right there.
What an opportunity.
I'm just sick. My stomach's all queasy after missing that deer.
I wish I could say something for you, Bill.
That's a buck of a lifetime right there. It's just wasn't meant to be. That is awesome. That is awesome.
Early the next morning, we see the buck that we're after. This deer is absolutely huge.
We've just spotted this buck from last night. He's moved down about a half a mile. He looks like he's by himself. So what we're going to try to do is get set up here next to this field and see if we can't round him up. But this deer's absolutely huge. He's right there. That middle of the field.
Look at this giant Kansas buck.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We'll just have to try to get a shot to the fence.
When I first spot this buck, he's over 600 yards away, and he comes straight into the rattling horns. That grunt drew him right in. Look at the size of that rack. My heart's going 90 to nothing. And there's that barbed wire fence.
back, back, back. What a big, big deer. About right in here where we're standing, but here's the arrow. Fletchings are all kind of boogered up in here. There's the one blade that you can see. It's got a little bit of dent into it where it hit the barbed wire. The other blades look good. It's just that one blade right there. I'm just absolutely, you know, it's unexplainable. It's, you know, I came on and again. I told Jason. I said, you know, got this barbed wire fence to contend with, and I couldn't get up to it because there's not a lot of cover. And I opted to stay back just a little bit, which I did, and had a perfect shot at him, and it was going right there. And next thing I heard, ding! I see the arrow skipping across the ground. So, you know, one thing about hunting it, which really makes it neat, you know, this is a valuable, and I don't say a learning experience because I knew the barbed wire fence was there, but anytime you have an opportunity to hunt a trophy whitetail like that, you know, Kansas has a lot of whitetails, and you know, I'm not really upset or mad, even though I'd like to have had that deer, but you just got to be thankful for the opportunity. I just wish the opportunity was my hands around it right now, but that's part of hunting.